Hey everyone, this is Riddle Hacker Age Raven, and it's October, the first week of October, and we have new comic books. And yeah, I'll be going over the comic books that I ended up reading this week. So first up, we have Avatar: The Last Airbender, Imbalance, issue number 3. Now this is basically a story where Aang, Toph, Katara, and Sokka, and even the rest of the Kyoshi warriors end up going to this city where there's mistrust between the benders and the normal people, and there's a bender, a woman who wants to who thinks that she's superior to non-benders, and this leads to a confrontation between Aang and his gang. And now basically it's that Aang can easily stop this woman from doing anything else if he takes her bending away, but Katara's the one who ends up telling Aang that even though Aang is capable of taking a person's bending away, he did that to the Fire Lord. He needs to be very, very certain that this is a step that he wants to take, and that it makes sense, and not necessarily because it's the step that's the easiest. And by the end of this issue, we find out that the location that they're in is actually where the Republic City is, where they end up forming Republic City, and it's a fun story. And I think because it's like each issue is quite long, like 70 to 80 pages. So if you are a fan of Avatar: The Last Bender, I urge that you check it out. Then the next issue that I ended up reading was DC Comics Batman issue number 80, and Batman and Selina are back in Gotham and they're taking down some of the villains. They took down, Batman takes down Two-Face and Mr. Pig, Selina takes down the Mad Hatter, and basically Batman also takes down the Kite Man, and basically what's happening is that Bane realizes that Batman is back, and Hugo Strange can't make sense of it because according to Hugo Strange, Batman was so broken by Bane that he can't return. And by the end of the issue, we find out that Batman has given the decision-making power to his father about whether or not his father is going to go through with killing Damian. But because Damian is Thomas Wayne's grandchild, I don't think he'll end up killing Damian. But you know what, read it, it's fun. I've been enjoying what Tom King has been doing with Batman, and like I said, I am here for a very emotional Batman, and I'm here for him evolving as a character, and I do want his relationship with Selina to continue. Then I ended up reading Champions issue number 10. So basically the Champions gang together to take down Mephisto's son, the Prince of Darkness or whatnot, who has been feeding on the team's doubts, and even like Dust fights with Miss Marvel, Viv and Riri fight, and Viv ends up apologizing to Riri because if you guys remember, Viv is the one who ended up kissing Riri, but they didn't get to talk about each other's feelings, and Riri just wants Viv as a friend, and Viv didn't necessarily listen to Riri. It was an okay issue, and I guess the Champions are going to come back in December for the incoming event, which is basically a murder mystery, so that's interesting to see what happens there. Then I ended up reading House of X issue number 6, which is the final issue for the House of X miniseries, and it was so much fun. We find out all of the characters, not all, I guess one's missing. I think it's Kitty Pryde. But yeah, the characters or the mutants who make up the council, the secret council or the silent council of Krakoa, and they are basically getting together to figure out what they have to do with Sabretooth, but they don't end up killing Sabretooth, and they end up exiling him. And I think that he will appear in the Powers of 10 comic book, because yeah, Powers of 10 is also on its last issue. But anyway, Sabretooth is exiled, everyone is talking, and I really liked how Storm said about not wanting the mutants to separate themselves from the outside world, that they can still have like ownership or own properties and home outside Krakoa if they want to. And I think that's going to link with how she's still connected to Wakanda somehow. But you know what, it was a fun issue, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Jonathan Hickman has planned for the Dawn of X series. It was Runaways issue number 25. So basically Carolina and Nico end up telling everyone that they have been trying to get into the superhero business, and they ended up meeting Dr. Justice. And you know what, of course Dr. Justice is a villain. I don't trust him one bit. So I guess yeah, because the hideout that they're staying in is getting built on or being renovated, maybe, I'm not really sure what's happening there, but the Runaways end up going to Doc Justice, and it will be interesting to see what happens there. So if you are a Runaways fan, I recommend that you pick this issue up. Then I ended up reading Fantastic Four issue number 15, and basically because Fantastic Four have gone back into space to figure out where they got their powers, they end up arriving at this alien planet and they get attacked and they are defeated except for the Thing, I guess. But basically Johnny Storm wakes up and now he's some alien soulmate, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there because I don't trust whatever's happening in that city. The final issue that I ended up reading was DCeased, issue number 5. Now, I haven't been a fan of this DCeased miniseries, but this issue, yeah, this issue really made up for the previous 4 issues, and Superman gets infected. I guess he's going to be the big bad. I guess he's going to destroy all of humanity because he's got that anti-creation virus in him, anti-life virus, but it was fun. It was really fun, and I think this is an Elseworld world story. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I guess it does look like an alternate reality or an alternate timeline, but it was fun. I would say that read the first issue and then go ahead and read the last issue. Yeah, these were the comic books that I ended up reading this week. Let me know if there are any comic books that you want me to check, and yeah, just note them down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later.